Government and OECS focusing on agriculture, health and food safety. Multi-million-dollar student center to be constructed at the Ross University School of Medicine. And it's official, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit is now a married man. Hello and welcome to another edition of National Focus. I am Tarnia Green.
And I'm Mervin. Stay with us for details of the headline stories and others right after this.
Let your spirit take to flight. Let your heart run free and wild. Find your soul in Dominica, the nature isle.
The facts as they are, brought to you every day. Only on GIS Channel 7.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit got married to Melissa Popon last Saturday in the presence of close family and friends. According to a statement from the Office of the Prime Minister, the couple got married at the Bourne Roman Catholic Chapel. The ceremony was performed by a lifelong friend of the Prime Minister, Father Herman Sharpless. The wedding ceremony, which took place in the afternoon, was followed by a private reception at the Prime Minister's private residence in Vacas. The couple left the state on Sunday. The Prime Minister is expected to return to the state on the weekend.
In other news, management of the Ross University School of Medicine continued to take action to enhance students' experience at the Portsmouth campus. A groundbreaking ceremony last Friday marked the commencement of construction of a 47,500 square foot student center. The center will be the most prominent structure on the campus and will house a library, study space and other rooms for teaching and learning. Dean of the Ross University School of Medicine, Dr. Joseph Flaherty, says this is part of a major master plan for the campus and forms part of a renewed partnership agreement with the government of Dominica.
Ross University and Dominica have both been transformed by this partnership, the renewal of which we are celebrating today. Dominica is a country that supports our medical school, and we, as a medical school, endeavor to hold up our end of the bargain. Today we will break ground for a campus expansion. This will create a great learning environment for our students. But that's not all. This multi-million-dollar investment will be an economic boon to the Portsmouth community. As the school is transformed, so is the community.
Dr. Tom Hollinger represented the Board of Trustees of the Ross University School of Medicine at last Friday's ceremony. He believes the construction of the multi-million-dollar facility is tangible evidence of the existing relations between the university and the government of Dominica.
The Board of Trustees felt humbled for the small part that we are able to play to the successful accomplishment of Ross students. The groundbreaking for the campus center is a wonderful addition to the campus life of student. We thank the government of Dominica for hosting us and for their support in enhancing the lives of the Ross University faculty, students, staff, and community.
Dominica's Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit is fully supportive of the construction of the new student center and explained what it means for growing relations between the university and the government and the people of Dominica.
It demonstrates the confidence of Ross in the government and people of Dominica for pursuing its goal of creating a U.S. offshore medical school delivering cutting-edge training in the medical sciences that is second to none in the world.
One medical student is looking forward to the construction of the new center.
This new student center is an example of how Ross University is dedicated to their mission of assisting us in becoming successful physicians. We are not just individual students, faculty, and administration, but rather a community all under the roof, working together for the greater good.
The Ross University School of Medicine was founded in 1978 and over the past 5 years placed more graduates into U.S. residencies than any other medical school in the world. Last week, the university welcomed 219 new students during its white coat ceremony. We will bring you details of that ceremony in Tuesday's newscast. Tarnia, more great news for the town of Portsmouth with the expansion of the Ross University School of Medicine.
Yes, definitely. You will agree with me that the Ross University School of Medicine's presence in Dominica over the past 35 years has been significant. We have seen an entire transformation of the town of Portsmouth as a result of the school. Over the years, we've seen a number of apartment complexes constructed to accommodate the Ross University School of Medicine students. There's a lot of economic activity taking place in the town of Portsmouth. Quite apart from that, we must not forget that the Ross University has contributed significantly to employing a number of locals, a number of nationals. The medical students themselves, they're not only involved in learning at the facility, but they are making a valuable contribution to the community by way of their clinics. You will appreciate that. There's a community outreach program which Ross is partnering with the community to do. The Ross students go out at the various clinics and provide services to the Dominican public.
And one thing we must note, and you mentioned it a while ago, is the fact that there are a number of Dominicans being employed by Ross, and Ross employs 450 full-time staff. 70% are nationals.
That is significant. That is significant. Yes, and we must also mention as well that were it not for the vision of Mike Douglas under the Labour Party administration way back then, 30-odd years ago, he was very instrumental in bringing the university to Dominica.
And I just want to mention also that even the persons who are employed, the Dominican nationals who are employed, even their spouses and the children benefit, because the Ross University supports through their educational goals by providing tuition benefits to their students and their spouses to pursue studies in DeVry, for example. So quite a lot has been happening as a result of Ross University, and you can imagine if something happens and Ross is no longer there, what that will do for the town of Portsmouth.
Definitely. In more news, government's interest in health and food safety has prompted a partnership between the Ministries of Health and Agriculture and the OECS. The resulting meeting, dubbed an Agricultural Health and Food Safety National Workshop, is a two-day event being held at the Public Service Training Center. According to the Ministry of Health, the collaboration between government and the OECS is an indication of the shared belief that food safety is of vital importance.
The availability of safe food improves the health of people and is a basic human right. Safe food contributes to health and productivity and provides an effective platform for development and poverty alleviation.
At Monday's opening ceremony, the emphasis was on the agriculture industry and its role in the promotion of food safety.
This workshop is a first in a series to be conducted within the member states and is part of a wider project under the 10th EDF, which aims to strengthen and upgrade all agriculture, health and food safety systems to effectively operate within the single productive space of the OECS Economic Union and CARIFORUM to facilitate production, trade, and competitiveness, or some of us may wish to say sustainability, of all agricultural commodities, and to encourage greater participation of the private sector, sensitization of key stakeholders, including decision makers in the operations of the agriculture, health, and food safety systems, and to also strengthen the institutional and administrative capacity in the operation and management.
Dr. Eisenhower Douglas spoke on behalf of Agriculture Minister Honorable Matthew Walter. Douglas is optimistic that the World Trade Organization's sanitary and phytosanitary measures can restore Dominica to its former place as an agriculture leader in the OECS. The Sanitary and Phytosanitary Measures, or SPS, is an international treaty drafted by the World Trade Organization which places constraints on member states' policies relating to food safety and plant health with respect to imported pests and diseases.
One has to look at the SPS, the sanitary and phytosanitary system, as part of that regime. SPS is really a means to an end, it's not an end in itself. The objective is to help Dominica to generate more from the agricultural sector. I mean, once upon a time, Dominica was regarded as the breadbasket of the Caribbean. One can even say of the OECS. Now, we have lost that position, and the intention is to regain it. I believe that we have the potential, and the SPS system, if we can modernize it, which is one of the objectives of this particular initiative, and that will get us well on our way.
According to Wellsworth Bethelmy, Dominica's trade director, a flourishing agriculture sector means a strong economy. He went further to list additional advantages of a well-developed agriculture industry.
A strong agricultural sector would mean that jobs would be created, would mean that the economic status of the small islands would definitely be uplifted. But most importantly also is having healthy food, healthy plants, healthy animals. And as we look at agriculture, health, and food safety, it is for us to look at what we are doing presently to develop that sector.
This workshop is the first in a series planned for OECS member states. The expectation of this partnership between the OECS and government is to strengthen and upgrade agriculture, health and food safety systems in Dominica and ultimately the region.
In more news, mothers from the Maho constituency were treated to a Mother's Day luncheon at the Old Mill Cultural Center on Sunday, compliments their parliamentary representative. For the 2 consecutive years, the Honorable Rayburn Blackmore has hosted mothers as a special Mother's Day luncheon to celebrate and show appreciation to mothers of his constituency. The Mother's Day luncheon was made possible with the assistance of members of the Labour Youth Organization of Maho.
Last year was the first year that we kept this luncheon, and today again we are doing it again. All the mothers of the constituency are normally here. We are present all now, right about now. All the mothers are here inside having a wonderful time. There are kids on the outside also having fun while the mothers are enjoying their Mother's Day. Today we served we usually have appetizers, then you have the lunch and you have the dessert and wine to accommodate all of this, and just having the mothers enjoy their Mother's Day. That's basically what we do on Mother's Day, the LYU, Labour Youth Organization in Maho.
Honorable Blackmore was happy to have been able to host the activity for a second time.
I wish you all the best and thank you for your support so far. And that is what I can do for you. It has been a sacrifice, but I want to put your hands together for the LYU.
In addition to the free-course luncheon, the mothers participated in a raffle which won them special prizes. Jennifer Esprit won herself a bottle of wine, while Miranda John Baptist won a beautifully decorated Mother's Day cake. The Waiti-Kubuli National Trail was formally declared an ecotourism site at an official ceremony held last Friday. The trail, founded by the European Union, is the latest addition to the tourism product for Dominica. The official ceremony held in Port Carsaio was attended by President of Dominica, His Excellency Eliud Williams, several ambassadors, officials from the European Union and government officials. Honorable Charles Savre acted on behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister. In his feature address, Honorable Savre welcomed the opening of the trail with much optimism. The declaration of the site, he believes, has much potential for local economic growth.
The formal opening of the trail as an eco-tourism site represents yet another initiative of government to bring about greater diversification of the Dominican economy. It also opens up opportunities for communities and individuals located in the vicinity of the 184-kilometer trail to establish enterprises for supplying a wide range of services to users of the trail.
Honorable Sarver also expressed the commitment of government to assist relevant stakeholders in the creative initiative for business along the trail.
Government will facilitate the establishment of the enterprises which we expect to emerge up and down the trail. Up to $5 million is being made available to the National Development Foundation for on-lending to small and medium-sized enterprises at very low interest rates. I therefore call on all the relevant stakeholders to rise to the challenge and to come up with sound, viable business proposals that will contribute to making the Waitukubuli National Trail second to none in the Caribbean.
He also commended community groups and the European Union for the dedication to the maintenance of the trail.
I want to express appreciation to the community groups who have taken ownership of the trail and provided their support during the construction and who have participated in the joint projects and events to date. Let me express special thanks to the European Union delegation services for their support during the early stages of implementing the project. There was considerable on-the-job learning that was needed for undertaking a project of this kind. The delegation stood firmly by us when delays in meeting project targets began to compromise the achievement of the project's objectives in the permitted time frame. Solutions were proposed and expedited with an efficiency that makes us all proud today.
Head of the delegation from the European Union to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, His Excellency Ambassador Michael Barford, pledged the EU's continued support to the development of Dominica.
It's important for the people of Dominica to know that the EU will continue to be on their side. The final inauguration of the National Trail shows that the EU delivers in your country even in difficult economic times. The National Trail is budgeted at approximately 18 million Eastern Caribbean dollars, and it's directly related to other EU-funded projects, such as the restoration of the Cape Bridge garrison at Fort Shirley and the feasibility study of the new cruise ship berth. This allows authorities in Dominica to develop human resources in areas such as vocational craft skills, food preparation and presentations, vendors' activities, tourist guiding, etc.
In his comments about the recently added tourism product, His Excellency Barford stated that Dominica should take advantage of its unique features in order to create a new niche market for the Caribbean.
The Waitukubuli National Trail makes you in Dominica different, and you have a unique product. Dominica as a distinct nature tourism experience could be part of an integrated package of services to tourists visiting the Eastern Caribbean islands. Dominica is the ideal country for the development of this aspect of the tourist product, since it is the most unspoiled, with its very lush forest, the numerous peaks that we have seen the last couple of days on many occasions, and overwhelming waterfalls.
Honorable Matthew Walter, Minister for Agriculture with direct responsibility to the new trail, boasts that the Waitukubuli National Trail is the only long-distance walking trail in the region. Honorable Walter sees the trail as a new opportunity for further development in various sectors on the island.
The trail has cross-sectoral linkages to health and wellness, agriculture, culture, various types of tourism, and can have significant multiplier effects. Indeed, the trail can be described as Dominica's super ecotourism corridor. As the only long-distance trail in the region and a growing signature product, the trail allows Dominica
a destination to be more competitive in tourism.
He went on to explain the multiplying effects on various areas of the economy.
Further benefits gradually being accrued to Dominicans and rural communities include increased income, job opportunities for 111 persons as recorded, tour operators, trail guides, homestay providers, campground and hotel owners, farmers and small entrepreneurs engaged in economic activities through the Waitukubuli National Trail.
And that's the English segment of the news. We now join McPherson St. Luce for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, un workshop qui mettait attention à la sécurité manger, cap en place en Dominique à présent. Grand l'office OICS en collaboration avec le ministre Agriculture Dominique, quatre workshop salam. Monsieur George Alcy, c'est officier OICS.
Le workshop c'est un workshop qui en anglais, upgrading the agriculture, health and food safety systems within the OICS. Ça veut dire nous regarder pour développement à de manière ça qui a fait manger qui ben outil qui safe nous regarder mode pour nous contrôler diseases en animaux diseases en plants et also pour faire assurer that manger moun ka utiliser c'est manger qui pas fait pas détruit santé yo avec bagay comme ça.
La douane Dominique a mis en place pour faire système yo les documents français. Parole ça là qu'a sorti votre chef d'ASPA, monsieur Benoît Badwell.
À présent, il y a un problème comme que un computer qui a servi pour l'immigration. Il passe à carte d'identité en Guadeloupe et Martinique. Il travaille assez pour essayer ça ranger programme pour ça lire. Depuis ça lire, il est plus vite pour ça passer mon hors Guadeloupe parce que nous avons dit comme que plusieurs touristes qui viennent hors Guadeloupe, Martinique et hors Europe via France. So c'est monde ça est important pour nous. So depuis si nous ça libérer ça il est plus plaisir pour ces monde là pour venir Dominique.
Finalement, le gouvernement Dominique a fait parole qui Avion Seaborne Airlines déjà commencé à remplacer American Eagle. Parole ça l'a sorti hors de permanent secretary ministre pour Lucien Blackmore.
C'est un bagage qu'on a dit en anglais, un seamless operation. Nous savons avant, c'est public bien concerned, c'est American Eagle aller, ça a fait pour bagage trafic, c'est qui sorti hors d'Amérique. Nous voyons les mêmes jours là, qui American Eagle fini, Seaborne vini aussi, et bagage qui marche très bien actuellement.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
Listen closely and you will hear what climate change might sound like. Hurricanes getting stronger and more frequent. Glaciers melting, causing a rise in sea levels. Dry bush burning after a prolonged drought left the bushes vulnerable to fires.
What? No water again?
But listen closely again and you will hear the solutions. People switching to energy-saving light bulbs. People building stronger homes that can withstand hurricane force winds. Our climate may be changing, but so can we. Making small changes together can have a huge effect on reducing the impacts of climate change. Act now. Rally. Rethink. Respond. This message is brought to you by the OECS Secretariat with funded assistance from USAID.
Documentaries and in-depth discussions, community walkthroughs, and Yes We Care. See it all on GIS Channel 7.
Today we'll talk to you about the benefits of increasing fish in your diet. If you suffer from dry eyes, increase your seafood intake. Salmon, sardines, and mackerel contain omega-3 fatty acids, which the body uses to produce tears, among other things. Research suggests that people who consume higher amounts of these fats are less likely to have dry eyes. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and your comments, so please drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm.
On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Mervin Matthew.
And I'm Tarnia Green. Thank you so much for watching, and do remember to join us again tomorrow.